Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Junkmaster3, and finally this is going to be the top 5 of the month for the month of September. These are all films that I've never seen before, and like you probably already know, that you people that have followed my channel for a while. Oh my god, my asthma is killing me. Well, this is going to be the 5 best films I've watched during the month of September. Enough about that, so let's get started right away. First up, we have a film which I've always heard about and always wanted to see because I saw this cartoon that was based off of this film when I was really young. I can't remember too much about that cartoon or that cartoon series, but I think it was okay. But this one might be one of the best fantasy films I've seen in a really long time. And the film is called The Neverending Story, the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet, and I know there's also a third one, but I've only heard really bad things about the third one. So we'll see if I like the second one, and then I might consider picking up the third one. I'm not sure, but the first one was really entertaining and really special. The one thing which I just didn't like too much about it is the ending sort of feels a little bit rushed and yeah, it just felt like it just ended and that was it basically. I just wanted to have a better ending to it. But the whole fantasy aspect of this and the whole world that this movie builds up, I think is really interesting, and the whole premise. So yeah, the Neverending Story. I think most people probably know about this one or have seen this one before. So it's just me that I've never seen it before. So yeah, the Neverending Story at number 5. And actually, there's 3 films on this list which I do not have in my collection, which I've seen either on TV, on YouTube, or with a friend. So yeah, at number 4 we have a film called One True Thing from 1998 with Meryl Streep and Renee Zellweger. I always mispronounce her name, so I probably butchered her name, but uh, to be fully honest, I've never been a that big fan of Meryl Streep. I think she is an alright actress, but I don't really understand why people seem to praise her so much. But this movie really proved me wrong, and I must say this has to be one of the best performances I've ever seen her in a film. Meryl Streep did an amazing job, and as so did the rest of the cast. It's a really tragic story about uh, Meryl Streep, who plays the mother of Renee Zellweger, and she is pretty much diagnosed with cancer. So it's pretty much this whole entire journey of their lives basically just falling apart and how they deal with the situation. So yeah, really tragic film, but really well made and really interesting because of the characters. So yeah, One True Thing at number 4, yes. And then number 3 is a film which I watched on YouTube. This was a film that I remember that I had watched before, but this was like long ago. I remember this was like in the early 2000s when they still showed some decent things on Disney Channel before they were stupid, to say the least. But this I think this is a made-for-TV film, and I think I actually watched 3 or 4 other films made by the same company who pretty much produced these films for Disney Channel, basically. So now enough talk. This is the film called Time Kid from 2003, also made for TV film, but it's sort of like the storyline of the Time Machine, or at least that's what I've been told. I haven't seen the Time Machine yet because I think that's considered a classic. But this one is really tense, has really different type of environments, and I think the animation is really well done, especially since it's from the early 2000s, and really tense storyline and really, yeah, I mean, creepy from time to time as well, which you don't see a whole lot of creepy things in Disney movies in general. I'm not really sure if Disney were involved in this or just this company that just produced this film for that channel, basically. But I really like this one. So yeah, Time Kid at number 3. And at number 2, we have the film. This is also considered a classic, and I've always wanted to see this one. And the film is called Soldier Blue, which basically deals with the whole situation about the Indians when they were invaded and they were slaughtered, basically. This is a very well known film and a very well known event in American history. And this, I don't really like to compare different types of war with each other, but this just felt like the World War II version of not World War II version, but like the American version of a World War II thing, if that makes any sense. It just feels really gritty and really dirty. I mean, in the beginning, it's more like a romance film, but then like all of a sudden it just changes and it just gets really depressing and really hard to watch, really. But it's such a well-made film, really tragic one, and you feel really frustrated and angry after you've seen this. Then and also that you realize that this has actually happened in real life. So this is just disgusting. But the film itself is a really well-made film, and it has Donald Pleasence in it as well. And I couldn't really I couldn't really understand that was him because I just didn't recognize him at all. So, but yeah, Soldier Blue. This is an amazing film, but such a tragic film as well. So, yeah, Soldier Blue at number 2. And at number 1 has to be one of the funniest. What number 2? Number 1. Sorry. Now this at number 1 is a film which this has to be the best, or like one of the best parody films I've ever seen. This is a parody of the James Bond films, and I feel a little bit ashamed of myself because I haven't seen that many James Bond films. I think I've only seen 2 or 3 of them, so that feels a little bit weird. But I could still get some of the jokes or like some of the references they made throughout this film. So, but this is the Chinese James Bond parody film called From Beijing with Love. This had so many funny moments in it. I mean, it wasn't too much and it wasn't too little. It was a really well-paced film, and it had like this storyline which you were always interested to see what's going to happen next, and you had no idea what was going to happen next. And that's what I really like when a film really surprises you. And yeah, I laughed my ass off at so many sequences in this film, which was just ridiculous, but they were so funny at the same time. I loved this film, and I really need to get this on DVD eventually, because this is a film that my friend brought to me when we watched this film, and this was a film from his collection. So yeah, From Beijing with Love. This is a great parody film. If you like parody films in general, if you like good parody films, go check out From Beijing with Love. This was amazing in my opinion. So yeah, this was one at number 1. No, sorry for mumbling on for almost 8 minutes now, but I'll do my best when I do these type of videos. Hopefully I'll get to make more horror review videos this month, because it's the month of October and I've already watched a few horror films, like 4 or 5 films already. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome to make some horror reviews. So keep your eyes open for that, and yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.